Hey guys, welcome. I'm Sershin, and this is going to be a short walkthrough for the basic functions of SolHeliosFire's Gym Manager. So first, what is the Gym Manager all about? The Gym Manager application keeps logs of the transaction done for and by the gym. It also keeps track of the log of the members, their time in and time out, a record of all the items that were bought by the members, and the records of the expenses that was done by the gym. The program has a few dependencies, like it needs Microsoft Office 2007 or above because it saves data through Access and Excel. So now, let's get right through it. So first, to start up the application, just double click the .exe file right over here. Just wait for it to load. There. So during the initializations, the application checks the required files and the data files. If the data files are missing or had been deleted, the application regenerates them, but not the required files that were already included when you had received the application. I recommend that you don't mess with the required files so that it won't make the system or the program unstable. So here is the login form. Normally you have to input your own username and password, but since this is the first we open the application, let us use the default user. Now, it has brought us to the main form of the application. The main form controls most of the functions that you can do in the Gym Manager. So let's get to the functions. Let's say you have a new member and you want to add him or her into your gym's database. There are two options you can do in order to add your new member. So first option is that you go to the Manage menu right over here at the top, and then go to the member and click on the Add New options. Or you can opt for the second option, which is to click the Membership Database button right over here, and it will open a new form. This is your database form. There is a plus button here. Click that to add new members. As easy as that. So now, you see that it opens a new form, which is the Add New Member form. Here you will input the necessary information about your members, like the name, the nickname, the gender, the birth date, the address, the contact numbers or email addresses. There is also the height and weight right over here. And the ID number is automatically generated. So why don't we try that right now? So you can also save the picture of your members in order for the person in charge on that day to recognize the person even if they do not know the member itself. So now we have inputted all the necessary information including the picture. We can now add the member. So we just click the Add button right over here and then we're done. We have inputted a new member to our database. After you have added your member, a dialog box will pop out prompting you to apply your member for a session. But let's put that for later. So now we go back to the membership database form right here. As you can see, our new member has been listed down right here. Let's say this member wants to check in. There are many options. First option, just click this check-in button right here. The check-in form will appear. This check-in form would be the same in all check-in options. So now, if the member knows his ID number, you can input his ID number and all the other information will automatically be inputted. Then just press the check-in button right here. Okay, let's say that member wants to check in. You have many options. You can click the check-in button here in the main form or go to the Manage menu, then go to Logbook here, then click Check-in or click the Membership Database, find the member that is checking in, right-click like this, then select the check-in option. Or lastly, go to the member's own profile and click the check-in button. So like this. So we shall try the first one now. So when you click the check-in button, like last time, a dialog will appear. Here you only need to input the ID into the text box right here and press the enter key. All the needed data will be automatically inputted, like the member's name, session type, and whether or not it is still valid or expired. If your member forgets his or her ID, you can type in your member's name into the name text box right here and press enter. It will search the database and present you with the results, or you can manually find the member when you click this button. So, when all the data are satisfactory, just click check-in. But since our member has not yet applied for a session, we can't check him in yet. So, let's do that now. So, you can apply or renew the member's session by right-clicking the member on the membership database or clicking the renew button here on the check-in dialog. So, this renew button is not only for renewing membership but also for applying membership. So when you do either one, the apply session dialog will appear, like this one. Here you just need to input the member's ID and all the needed data will be automatically inputted. You can manually change the session type right here to the member's request, like for example, a weekly, a daily, or a monthly. Currently, these are your default sessions. These are the default presets. But you can add your own session types. You can also change the starting date and the payment type. The normal payment type is when the customer would pay the normal rate of a session. The partial payment is when a member would pay the normal rate but does not have the complete payment and would pay for it later. The discount payment is when a member avails for a discount and would pay at a lesser rate. Okay, now we click enter. So now we check in a member. He or she will be recorded into the logbook of the day, which is displayed on the upper right of the interface, right here. You can take a look at the previous logs just by changing the date here, or clicking the arrows, right, like that. So now the member wants to buy something from your gym. You can right-click the member's name on the logbook, and then to either the buy supplements or buy drink and select the item that the member wanted. Or you can click the buy button from the main form right here. Currently, there are no items in your gym database, so let's add some now. To add not only new items but also new sessions and new user, go to Preference right here. You can also change some settings through here. Select item if you want to add new items, sessions for session types, and users for user types. Let's add some items. There are 3 types of items: drinks, supplements, and others. Drinks and supplements are well understood. If there are items that does not fall into these 2, then put them under others. Let's add one of each. So, there. Now let's try to buy the newly added items. As you can see here, all menus regarding the items automatically updates to the item in your database. This also applies to the sessions. If a member buys an item, it will be recorded into the transaction record and logbook. So the member has been here long enough and he wants to check out. You can click the checkout button and type in the member's ID and press enter. Or you can select the member manually by clicking this button here. Or you can just right click your member on the logbook and select checkout. Or you can just double click his log and just confirm the checkout. As easy as that. Okay, now let's say that a delivery arrived and you will use the gym's allowance to pay the delivery. You can record this transaction by clicking the expenses button right here. Then you just need to input all the required, like the transactor, i.e. me, the payment and the reason for this transaction. So let's try. There. You can view these transactions and others as such by clicking the transaction button here, or going to the manage menu, then transaction, and selecting the transaction records. That's all the basic things you can do with SolHeliosFire's Gym Manager. Other things you can do are, first, viewing your daily summary, second, viewing your database in Access, third, viewing your Gym Manager directory, fourth, adding or removing users, sessions, and drinks, fifth, checking all currently checked-in members, and sixth, reloading the program in case of any discrepancies. For any suggestions, comments, questions regarding this program and its functions, please contact the provider or email the coder at SolHeliosFire@gmail.com or send a personal message to the Alpha Gym administration. Thank you!